All right, now this is the notorious 2.8 diesel GM, their favorite thing that cranks over. It doesn't start. Sometimes it does start. When you look at this, we're going to look right into the data PIDs. We're going to make sure that the crank sensor is even being seen before we start our scope up and we get the scope going. We can see that it is seeing somewhat RPMs going into it. You see the glitches there. That could be something from, you know, what we're going to end up doing. Now this is what we're going to set up. You're going to hook up your yellow or your channel 1. Your black's just going to get a regular ground. You're going to hook your channel 1 up to your signal. It may be different on different vehicles, so just beware of that. Hook it up to your signal side. Sometimes I like to put injector. Sometimes it doesn't really matter to me. So we're going to go into lab scope, and then we're just going to use voltage. We're only going to use the one channel. We don't need any more than that. I have this set up at 20 volts. It's really up to you what you want to set it up for. Some people like using higher voltage. Some people don't. 10 milliseconds. Actually, I'm going to put this one at 10. Now, 10 milliseconds, I'm going to put the 5 milliseconds. Like I say, it doesn't matter because we're going to zoom in and zoom out of the pattern. That's how you're going to be able to see the pattern. So once you get this set up, you're going to crank the car over, and then you're going to have the pattern. You're going to see the square wave. You set the trigger, as you can see the square wave. You're going to crank it for a little bit. Then you're going to hit the pause button. Once you hit the pause button, you're going to save that pattern. Go to your zoom. It's going to zoom out. So you're going to have a bunch of lines. And that's fine. We're going to need a bunch of lines. And we're going to be able to see. You can see where the glitches are kind of. But now I want you to look at a different thing here. Is look where to. So now you can kind of see the dropouts going into this. You're going to have many. What you need to see is when you have your one dropout, it should be nice and clean. Now, when I zoomed in, you can see the one where I have it marked number 1. That's like your top dead center. Then it goes a little bit of ways over, and then look, there's another one. So how is the injector supposed to be knowing when to fire at top dead center when it actually sees maybe 2 top dead centers, right? So it doesn't make sense, and then this is why it doesn't crank or it doesn't start, because it may be firing at the wrong time, depending on which one it takes. And then sometimes it fired at the right time, and then it starts, but then you get that crank code. Then the next time it fires right at the wrong one, and then you have the same issue. So this is basically how this works. You just look for the 2 spots at that time, and then you're going to be able to see why it's not starting. So this is a simple way to say, okay, it is your reluctor. And then when we took the reluctor out, we found this piece missing in it, and then that's where the second opening was on your pattern. And that's why you had that first one for top dead center, then you had your second one, and then that was the second one, and then that's why the computer got confused. So it makes it really easy, and it's 100% guarantee if you see those 2 openings like that on your crank sensor, then you know that reluctor is bad, and it's going to look like this when you get it out. I want to thank you for watching this YouTube. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and hit the bell for notification. Thanks.